Hey, what's going on, everybody? Just jumping on here to do a live stream. No, I haven't posted a video in a while, and we have been getting through the move and are kind of at the point now to where we are all settled. And I figured in lieu of a vlog, I would just jump on here and do a live stream. If you have any questions and joining me in the live, feel free to drop those in the comments below. And if you're watching this on the replay, if you have any questions, just drop those in the comments. And if you're watching live, feel free to drop those short. What's good, Mad Dog? Just watching one of your shorts. I appreciate that. Hey, what's going on, everybody? What is good? Hey, how's everybody doing? It's been a while since I've made a vlog, but we have been kind of prioritizing the move and all that kind of stuff. And shooting those vlogs really does take not a lot of preparation, but it takes some time out of the day. I plan on filming some more in this upcoming week, but I wanted to jump on here in the meantime and do a live. And man, it's been a while since I've done a live. With that being said, I got all sorts of people jumping in here. If you have any questions, feel free to leave them in the chat, and I'm going to try to answer as many as possible. But so glad to see y'all on here and super excited to get started. So people just watching some shorts. I saw a question, how old am I? I am 36. New house is great. We are renting now, kind of see what the market does. But the new house is great. Love the videos and the shorts. I really appreciate that. Hey, Ryan, I've been in Disney the last few days. Keep an eye out for you. Hope you guys had fun. So we had a great time, and a little bit of inside track or whatever. Whenever you're seeing these videos, it's usually what happened last week while I get them edited and everything. So there's a little bit of delay, what you see versus kind of where we're really at and all that kind of stuff. Question, do I drink black coffee? Like, how do you drink black coffee? Like getting used to the bitter taste. So it's something that evolved over time. I didn't like it initially when I started, but I absolutely enjoy it now. I'm actually drinking right now a Polar, one of these seltzers. I'm sitting on the UCF main campus as you chat. Go Knights, go Knights. I love it, and I'm glad now that I'm back at back in Melbourne. We're not too far from Orlando, so I'm definitely going to try to catch some UCF games this year. Love UCF football. Love the videos. I appreciate that. Chris, what's good? Good morning. How do you like Dollywood? We like Dollywood a lot. We thought it was really fun. It was nice. We liked it. I'm trying to think when we were there. Man, I'm already forgetting when we were there, but the time of year was nice. I mean, it was hot towards the middle of the day, but it started out cool in the morning, and there was plenty of shade in the park, which was nice. How old are you? I am 36, and she is as well. What are your tips for resetting and getting back on track? So my biggest tip, depending on how long you've been away, first and foremost, is important to not let kind of the guilt of getting off track or eating bad kind of get to you. Don't let the guilt do more damage than the calories themselves. The other thing is, if you've been away for a while, it's important to start back at the beginning. You don't necessarily have to start where you left off. Sometimes you just need to start back at the beginning. So for me, I recommend you start by doing fasting, then you get into the fitness and nutrition later on. Just start with the fasting. You don't have to pick up right where you left off. Hey, I got a bunch of people in the chat here, so I'm going to kind of scroll through these, and you have to forgive my fingers. I let my youngest, she got some nail polish for her birthday, and letting her do my nails yesterday. I told her she had to pick, it was brown or gray though. Hi from Jacksonville. Please do your top 10 eats from Jack's. I love Southern Coast seafood. That's my #1 recommendation. I love Bearded Pig. There's a place that I never did a video at that I absolutely loved. I went there twice. Incredible food. We just went out with friends, so it didn't feel appropriate to make a video, but a place called Mesa. Check them out. It's an Indian restaurant. Absolutely incredible. Love Mesa. Those would be my top 3. I don't know, 10's a little tough here on the spot. You should go on a Disney cruise. I absolutely want to. Traveling to Europe or Japan interests you? Absolutely, at some point. you know, when we can afford it, we would love to travel abroad, and I love the opportunity to go see different cultures. So maybe in the cards, just not in the near future. Got to try New York pizza spot Fridays. Absolutely. How often do you do longer fasts? So I don't do too many longer fasts. I'll do 24 hours about once every week, maybe once every 10 days. I'll do 24 hours. I tend not to do long extended fasts because I am very cognizant and aware of modeling for my girls. Although I know there are absolutely health benefits. We got a rainstorm coming in, so I may cut this short. We'll kind of see how long we can go. I know that there are health benefits associated with extended fasting, but I don't want my girls to see me going 2 and 3 days without food and associate that with weight loss. So that is one of the main reasons why I don't do extended fasting. Not that there's anything against it. I just don't want them to see me not eating for days at a time and equate that to weight loss. You have in Invisalign right now, so I don't have in Invisalign. If you're watching this on the live stream, you get behind the scenes. I lost a tooth last week. I'll post a video on it at some point. I had a root canal done on this tooth, and it broke, and they had to pull it out, and this is now a fake tooth. This happened last week. It's been making videos very interesting. So that's why you're hearing me talk weird, which is part of the other reason that I planned on doing a vlog last week, but my lost tooth absolutely interrupted and interfered with that. So I apologize if I'm talking with a lisp. I'm trying to work on it now with my fake front tooth. Again, because you're watching me on the live stream means you're a dedicated fan, and you get to know that before anybody else. I don't think the rest of the world's going to find that out for a few weeks. We are traveling to Orange Beach, trying to keep it up while I'm on vacation, but not going to worry too hard. Absolutely, don't worry about it too much. Enjoy yourself. Again, nothing you can do while you're on vacation is going to affect where you are a year from now. It's only going to affect it if you let it, meaning you enjoy yourself on vacation, and then you come back from vacation and decide, I messed up last week, I'm not going to try this week, and then it goes on and on and on. The only way vacation can derail your progress is if you extend that kind of for weeks and weeks on end. Got to recommend some spots in Palm Bay, Melbourne. I absolutely look forward to eating more places and highlighting some local places. I got a few videos kind of in the pipeline right now. You should try some Korean food, absolutely. Vietnam, there's some Vietnamese places here that I want to try. You'd be surprised how many fans you'd have here in England. I love that. I love that people all over the world are watching these. I create these videos to keep myself accountable and just show what it really looks like to get in shape deliberately and over time, right? Like not doing a crash diet or things like that. So I enjoy making the videos, and I'm glad people enjoy them and get something out of it. Speaking of making small changes, this is one that I'm making. I used to drink diet soda while I was fasting, and I just made the small switch from diet soda to seltzer water, and I've been doing this for like the last month and a half, and I've been enjoying it. I'll have a Diet Coke every once in a while when we're out at dinner, but we no longer have diet soda at the house. We have seltzer waters. As a recovered anorexic, thank you for thinking of the example for your girls. I appreciate that, and again, I know I am not perfect. I'm far from it. Just trying to model as best as I can, showing that a healthy relationship with food. You know, not saying food is bad. There are always foods. There are some. There are sometimes foods. So there are certain foods. You know, we can't eat whatever we want all the time, but there should never be anything that we can't ever have. How many pounds have you lost over the years? So I lost 60 pounds, and have maintained that for about 2 years. Up and down a little bit, right? Like through the move, I got up to my highest weight in the last 2 years. I got up to about 222, 223. We were just eating out a bunch. I wasn't getting my workouts as often, stressed from the move, but that's life, right? To think that's not going to happen is crazy. Excuse me, but I'm back down to 214 right now, a few weeks later. And again, I think I'm back on trying to lose a little bit of weight. I'm trying to get down to below 200 over the upcoming months. Do I have to eat healthy every single meal for the rest of my life to avoid having triple bypass surgery? I'm not sure. As far as internally, I'm not a doctor and can't recommend necessarily anything, but I think one of the things that I think about it is you don't have to eat healthy for every meal. You got to have a little bit of balance. And again, I'm not a doctor. Make sure you talk to your doctor. I'm not giving advice. I'm just telling you what I do. Love the videos. Found you about 6 months ago and always look forward to new videos. I love that. I've been told that fasting increases your risk of gallstones. I'm not sure that I've heard that. Not saying that it's not true. I can't speak to it. Appreciate your videos. So you watched Crispin Guzman on a video. What are your other favorite? I love Nick Bare. Nick Bare, although he's a few years younger than me, is somebody that I look up to. Hopefully at some point I get to the level where I catch Nick Bare's attention. I think that would be awesome. If y'all are fans of Nick Bare, go and tag him at some point. Tell him he should have me on his podcast. I like Nick Bare a lot. Nick Bare and Crispin Guzman are probably the two that I watch most frequently. The lisp is hilarious. I'm so sorry. I was nervous about it, and I have been very nervous to make a vlog, because in a vlog, I'm talking to the camera, so it's hard. All my shorts, though, I do a voiceover, meaning I write a script and I do them after the fact. Those are easier because I'll actually take my tooth out and the lisp isn't as bad. When is the long form content coming? A super chat coming in. Cloud, thank you very much for the super chat. I really appreciate that. So I plan on filming one on Friday. That's the plan right now. They take a week or two to get edited, so hopefully sometime within the next 3 weeks to get a vlog out. And again, they just kind of take a little more. And I don't like highlighting my family in the videos, whereas when I do the shorts, I get to selectively put them in. It's hard when I'm vlogging because I'm interacting with them all the time to cut them out of a vlog, if that makes sense. Why balance healthy as heck on carnivore? Why balance healthy as heck on carnivore plus fasting? What's your biggest dream goal in life? Just to stay as healthy as possible for as long as possible. Watch my girls grow up and live to live long and healthy well into their adult lives would be awesome. I lost my dad when he was 59. Gosh, time is flying. I don't even think I was 30 at the time that my father passed. And just thinking about wanting to be around for my girls well into their adult lives. Do you count or pay attention to calories? So I have an idea of how many calories I'm eating. I don't strictly track anymore. I did for my first year. I can't say year. I did for my first year. I counted every single calorie. And because I did that, I got really good with kind of knowing how many calories in things. Now I just kind of keep a running tally. I just have an idea of how much I'm eating. Y'all let me know if the rain makes it hard to hear me and I'll stop this thing. It's starting to rain out here. What music do you like? How tall are you? I'm 5'11". What music do you like? I like everything. I like country, I like pop, I like rap. There's only two kinds of music that I don't like, and it's hardcore death metal and extreme gangster rap. And the reason that I don't like those two genres of music is because I can't understand what they're saying. And if I can't understand, then I can't sing along. And I love to sing along to music. So I really do like all genres of music. I'll listen to musicals, I'll listen to country, I'll listen to some rock, classic stuff, 80s pop I love. Do a backflip for the troops, not possible. I can't do one. You're trending? Trending where? I don't know what that means. Hopefully that's cool. I'm out of the loop. We live in Melbourne, Florida. Moved back to be closer to family. Where is your accent? A lot more southern here. So if you go back and you watch this on the replay, I lost a tooth. I lost a tooth last week, and I'm wearing a fake front tooth. I've been wearing it for about 3 days now, and I'm having to learn how to, or 2 days now. I'm having to learn how to talk with it. Again, if you're watching the live stream, you're a dedicated fan. If you're watching this on the replay, you're a dedicated fan. I really appreciate it. If you're watching this on the replay and you're 15 minutes in, drop replay in the comments below. But I lost my tooth. Everyone else is going to find out here in a few weeks. I'll make a video talking about it. I refuse to talk to men shorter than me, and any man taller I get certified mail delivered to the... Who's your favorite sports team, including UCF? UCF is probably the only one that I follow, and I don't do the best job of following them all the time. When I was growing up, we didn't watch sports a lot as a kid, therefore it's something that didn't carry on into me. Great content, man. Love the... keep up the great work. Love the vids. I appreciate that. Kate Bush fan. I don't know that I've heard of her. Now, I'm also very bad at not knowing artists. Like, I'll hear a song that I like and be like, oh, I like that song, but I'm not the best at knowing artists. What's in your mouth? Fake tooth. How tall are you? 5'11". How do you get so many views? Congratulations. So I appreciate that. I think one of the things that I've always focused on is just staying consistent, like progress over perfection. Progress over perfection in everything that we do. It's the same with my weight loss. It's been the same with my content. A lot of people see what I'm doing and they're like, man, how are you able to do that full time, and how do you get the views? Right now across all platforms, TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube, I'm getting about 20 million views a month. And I have been doing this now for 3 years and have created over 800 videos at this point. I think it's something like that. But my first year and a half, I only had 2,000 subscribers, and I was getting on average like 80 views a day. But I just kept showing up, kept making the videos, got better and better, found what was working, continued to refine it, continued to try to make the videos better. And overnight success doesn't really happen overnight. A lot of people see me now and they're like, this is incredible. But there was a year and a half where I was spending 10 to 15 hours a week making YouTube videos, and they were getting no views. And if I didn't spend that time and make no money, I wouldn't be able to be in the position that I'm in now. How was your Disney trip? Just go to the parks or the Springs. We just did the Springs and Typhoon Lagoon. They had a buy one day, get one day free at Typhoon Lagoon, so we just did that, stayed at a Disney resort and did Disney Springs, kept it kind of low key. Love your videos. What are your favorite high protein snacks on the go? I keep it fairly simple, one of three things, either pork rinds, beef jerky, or protein shakes. Man, it's hard to say that. I hope y'all give me some grace for talking like this. I don't know. I don't know how long it's going to happen. I was debating whether or not I even shared that I had lost a tooth, but it's what happened. It's real life. I got a root canal done on this tooth like 10 years ago, and the dentists say once you get a root canal done, the tooth slowly gets weakened over time, and it eventually broke off. So it was very sad when it happened. Your content keeps me going. Been watching from the beginning. I love that, man. I appreciate it, Lindsay. Oh, it's always great to see a familiar face in the comments. So glad to see you here, Lindsay. Hey, how tall are you? 5'11". Do you want an army? Like an army of people? Sure. No. Bush, no song. Oh, I've been running up that hill. Yeah, that's an 80s like song. I love that. I love that sound. Love from South Africa. I love that. Oh, biltong is the best. I need to go to Aldi. Aldi has the best biltong, the best deal. It's like $4 for the pack. It's really good. I need to make an Aldi trip. Wish you and your family the best in the new house. Inspired by you. I really appreciate that. What's your income? So I don't know that I'll share it on here per se, but I will say I'm making more now than I've ever made before. Again, just very fortunate to be doing what I'm doing. And I don't know how long it lasts, but again, I think one of the reasons that I am so passionate about what I'm doing before I was working at Publix, before I started making videos on YouTube, I had a job that paid me very well that I absolutely hated. It was soul sucking. I got depressed. I put on a lot of weight. So to be in a position now where I'm making more money than that and following a passion, I'm beyond blessed. And I know that every single day. Have you ever heard of 𝐂𝐄𝐓'𝐒? I have not. I have not heard of 𝐂𝐄𝐓'𝐒. You should come to Montreal. I love it. I cannot wait to be in a position to where we can travel and kind of experience the world. The tooth looks real. I wouldn't have known it was fake. They did a great job. Is key lime pie your favorite? I love key lime pie. It's just something about it being sweet and tart. I like it all. Ryan, do you have an inner monologue? I think so. I have always been a daydreamer. I have always had a vivid imagination. I always explain it like this. I have always felt like I'm like in a movie and kind of narrating what's going on. I have always been a daydreamer, so I got an inner monologue going. I think that I do. Great content, love your videos. I love that. Love your channel and positivity. Can I ask, does drinking coffee still allows your body to enter ketosis? I believe so. Thomas DeLauer, who I love, is probably the go-to expert. I'd researched some of his videos on black coffee and ketosis. I know some people that are doing keto have bulletproof coffee, which is coffee with butter and some other things in their MCT oil, and they're still able to get into ketosis. So I imagine black coffee you are as well. Has it already been 3 years? So this September will be 3 years on YouTube. I may be rounding up a little bit. I just completed a 30-day water fast. What's the longest? That's awesome. Congratulations. The longest I've ever fasted in the last 3 years. I've done a few 36 hours. Hey man, been watching for a while now. Favorite ride at Disney. Carrie and I love Carousel Progress. That's just a nostalgic classic for us. We love Carousel Progress. I mean, for roller coasters ride, Seven Dwarfs is fun. I'm excited at some point to go and try to ride Tron. Love Thunder Mountain, but Carousel Progress is our nostalgic favorite. Favorite low-calorie food is the Tyson chicken strips. Those things are great. Made your white chicken chili. It was amazing. My kids love it. I'm glad that you liked it. We've been doing white chicken. I can't talk. We have been doing white chicken chili since we were in college. And that recipe that I shared, we've been doing different recipes over the time. That's the one that is our go-to. It's our favorite. Just broke my fast with some Zaxby's grilled chicken. Only the meat. Love it, man. Awesome. Logan, and again, good to see you again. Great to see familiar faces here. Track Slave, you helped me kick an eating disorder that I didn't know that I had, bro. I got 120K on IG and 30K on YouTube. Any advice trying to get to that big one? Man, congratulations. Shoot me a message on IG. I'm at IF with Ryan. Let's talk on DMs over there. I'd love to pick your brain on Instagram. That's my slowest growing platform. I just hit 13,000 followers on Instagram, and I actually started my weight loss journey there, and then I switched to YouTube, kept off Instagram for a little bit, came back to it. I got 65,000 on TikTok, but I would love to hear. I'll share with you what I know about YouTube. You share with me what you know about Instagram. You introduced me to truff sauce. I love it. They actually just sent me a package. I'm excited to break into that. Got some white truff sauce. Realized 115. I guess I'm unintentionally fasting. Absolutely. How many subscribers until you have a breakdown and end up in rehab for a painkiller addiction? Not going to happen. You inspire. So thank you very much for the super chat. Forward to your own destiny. And again, I apologize for the way that I'm talking. Thanks again for the super chat. You inspired. Did you believe one day YouTube grind would pay off? Did your friends ever think you were crazy for this pursuit? What kept you going? I love that you asked that question. So about a year and a half ago is when I saw the writing on the wall. It's when I was about maybe 15,000 subscribers. Carrie and I went to Ted's Montana Grill, and I told her, I was like, babe, I think I want to do this full time. And she told me I was crazy. Because it's crazy. I will say this though, I knew it would pay off because I was committed to the long haul. The reason I show what I eat in a day and the reason I craft my content the way that I do is because it's sustainable for me, right? The same thing about creating content is the same thing that's important with weight loss. You have to do something that is sustainable, because if you do not stop, you cannot lose. So you have to do something that you can do for a long time. I was committed to doing it for a long time. Now, I didn't know that it would happen as fast as it did. I went full time as a result of what I do on YouTube. About 2 years after I started, I was thinking more along the 5 to 6 year time frame. So I have patience. That helped. I knew it would happen. I did not think it would happen as fast. And my family thinks I'm a little crazy, probably because I am a little crazy. But overall, super supportive. Carrie has been beyond supportive. So yeah. Hey man, thanks for your service and videos. Such an inspiration. See you around Florida soon. Absolutely. Be sure to say hey. If you ever see me out in public, be sure to come up and say hey. And again, Forge Your Own Destiny, thank you very much for that super chat. I really appreciate it. Do you like the new house? I love it. Again, we're renting now until we figure out where we want to be, but love it. Hey bro, I've been watching your content over the last 6 months. You're definitely one of my favorite fitness influencers out there. Greetings from Pakistan. Thank you very much. Assalamu alaikum. I appreciate that, and I know, I love that my videos make it as far as they do and that people get out of it, or get as much out of it as they can. Oh no, Carousel Progress, that song is going to be, yeah. I'll play it on Alexa every once in a while. If I'm fiending for Disney, I'll just play There's a Great Big Beautiful Tomorrow on Alexa. They don't sell Tyson chicken in Canada. That's a shame. I really do like it. Can you speak Spanish or another language? Sí, entiendo así, pero necesito practicar mucho más. Entiendo, pero necesito aprender muchas más palabras. So I understand a little bit of Spanish, speak a little bit, not very good. I probably speak on a 4 or 5 year old level of Spanish, and it's been a while since I've spoken it. I wanted to go to like Spain or a Spanish speaking country for sure, spend a month there. I love Spanish, just the culture. I love the language. I learned it just because I liked it. I took a class in college. I took a Spanish class in college once I had already kind of knew the language as an easy credit. But I think that's the reason why it has stuck with me as long as it did. It was because I learned the language just because I wanted to learn it, not because I quote unquote had to. Everybody needs to click like to appreciate what this man is doing. I appreciate that. So there are 89 people on the live right now and only 67 likes. So if you're watching this, please click that like button. Let's get that disparity up. And then again, if you're watching this on the replay and have made it to the 30-minute mark, be sure to click I'm watching this on the replay in the comments. I really appreciate that. Do you miss being able to call people? So cussing, I have never been a big cusser. Even I was in the infantry in the Army. I mean, I would cuss, but not all the time. Part of that was because I was an officer, and part of that is just my mentality. My dad didn't cuss a lot growing up. Man, 92 likes, that happened really fast. That's awesome. So my dad didn't cuss a lot growing up, so he set a great example for me. Now, I absolutely did cuss, and I have cussed in every job very, 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 very sparingly. And my thought process is if I ever am going to cuss, it's going to be worth it, and you're going to know that I'm serious. So because I don't overuse it, if I ever do use it, you know I'm not playing around. So I always looked at it that way, especially as a leader in the Army, as an officer. That's kind of how I used it. I didn't cuss all the time, but if I did, like, I went from 0 to 100 and people knew that I wasn't messing around. Ryan, what's your advice for someone who has a massive sweet tooth at night, even after a big protein, nutrient-dense meal? I'll give you 2 bits of advice. Try both, see what works for you. The first one is, Allow yourself to have tried to portion control that stuff, right? Like if I like key lime pie, try to have a slice. So don't outright deny yourself. See if that helps. The other one is try some healthy alternatives that may work. I do like protein shakes with some peanut butter and a little bit of honey. Now, is that as bad as key lime pie or ice cream? No, not by a long shot, but does it kind of scratch that itch? So allow yourself to have it in portions. Don't outright restrict yourself, or try some quote unquote sweet substitutes. Saw Ryan at a grocery store in Los Angeles yesterday. I told him how cool it was. to meet him in person, but I didn't want to bother him. What? It must have been a different Ryan. That's funny. The reason, oh, like you're doing, I was taken back. All I could say was hi. I don't know what Chronicles on Nigeria is saying. All right. Do you like barbecue chicken? I do. You travel abroad. I went to Afghanistan twice. We love Disney, love your videos. I love that. I served for 7 years. Where have you been deployed? I deployed to Afghanistan twice. I spent 2 out of 6 years in Afghanistan and was actually getting ready to go back to Afghanistan before I got out. And that's part of the reason that I got out is because I was in the infantry. And at the end of 6 years, I spent 2 of them deployed and was getting ready to deploy back again. And although I love the Army, I love the infantry, I love leading soldiers, at the end of 20 years, I didn't want to spend 8 or 9 of them deployed, so ended up getting out. Again, nothing is more important to me than family. Been watching your videos, really love them. Are there any places you would like to visit? Spain's like at the top of the list. What are your views on alcohol and drugs? Alcohol in moderation, drugs, never. What's up, Ryan? Those seltzers you were drinking are legit. Man, I love this flavor too. Orange cream, is that the one? It's orange cream. It's the first time I had it. Absolutely love it. Ryan, the legend, it's not true. I really appreciate that. Your eye color is my favorite, so I appreciate that. I blame that on my parents. They both have blue eyes. Carrie and I both have blue eyes, and as a result, so do our girls. Can we see your uniform? Yeah, so I'll do it. I need to do like a long video on that. It's packed up right now, but I still have it. English lads in your service time? A few English, a few Australian, and served with a decent amount of Georgians. What was your workout routine like in the military? So as an officer, when I was like the platoon leader and company commander, I came up with the workouts. And I would always vary them to meet our goals. I would always program things at like 6 weeks at a time. I would pick some sort of thing that we'd be working for. I would program workouts out for 6 weeks at a time to have progressive overload so we'd be getting ready for that thing. Sometimes it was a PT test. Sometimes it was other things, but I'd plan it out. We would do some running, some strength training. I generally would do my long runs on Tuesdays and Thursdays, sprinting on Wednesdays, some muscle strength and stuff on Mondays and Fridays. Another super chat from Forge Your Own Destiny. I appreciate it. If you do not stop, you cannot lose. Do you have any tips for making the most out of workouts? Managing time, energy, what are your favorite workouts? Yeah, so that's a great question, and here's what I'll say on that. So making the most out of workouts. So there are seasons to our lives. Sometimes we get busy. Sometimes we're not able to fit in a lot of workouts. I'm not of the mindset that you have to work out 5 or 6 days a week. Now, some people have that time in their schedule, and I'm fortunate enough to now have that time, so I am working out more now. But there are seasons to life. September, October, and November, I was working a full-time job, 9 to 5. I was a manager at a company called Airmark, which I really liked. I was a manager there. I was making YouTube videos, working 10 to 12 hours a week there. Hold on 1 second. Was working 9 to 5 there and doing my YouTube 10, 15 hours a week. Plus I was online coaching. September, October, November of this last year, I was working 70, 80 hours a week. And through that season of my life, I only worked out once, maybe twice a week. So if that's the season you're in, understand that that's okay, and just make the most out of your 30-minute workout, make it intense. And if you can get in 1 workout a week, don't let only being able to do 1 stop you from working out at all. A lot of the times we get in that habit of, if I can't work out 5, I might as well work out none. If you're in a busy season and you can work out once and get in 1 good whole body 30, 45-minute workout a week, if you can do that consistently, over the end of the year, you're going to get in 52 workouts that you would not have otherwise. So that's my recommendation, is if you don't have a lot of time, just try to make the most of what little time you have and don't stress over not being able to work out a lot. Again, thank you very much for the super chat. Matthew, praying God's best over you. I really appreciate that, Matthew. And again, thank you very much for the super chat. It really does mean so much to me. Thank you for your service. I appreciate that. What's one thing you don't miss about being in the military? Paperwork and filling out leave forms. I hated with a passion. I hated with a passion filling out leave forms. Matthew, smaller guy, 5'9", waist yo-yo been everywhere from 140 to 270 in my adult life help. So very simply, go and watch the very first video that I posted on YouTube. It's my slow and steady approach. First and foremost, just focus on doing one thing at a time. Start with intermittent fasting. Just build that up for the next month. Fast for 16 hours. Don't do anything else. Don't change your diet. Don't start a new workout routine. Just fast and fast alone. Once you've done that consistently for 3 to 4 weeks, then start to get in 2 workouts a week. Do that consistently for a few weeks, then get into 3, then potentially get to 4. And by this point, you're 2 or 3 months in. And because you've only done one thing, you can do it consistently, then start to adjust your nutrition, start to bring down fried foods, bad carbs, things like that, and start to clean up your nutrition. My biggest key is just do one thing at a time. Don't try to change everything. Again, thank you very much for the super chat. Hey, from India, also a fellow UCF grad, go Knights. Anything that works best for you for nausea? So I personally haven't experienced nausea while intermittent fasting. So other than that, y'all, I really appreciate you jumping on. I have enjoyed this. I look forward to making some more long form videos. There'll be some more coming. Just have been kind of crazy with the move and everything, but I hope you all have a great day. Remember, we're not looking to lose weight fast. If you are looking to lose weight at all, we're looking to lose weight forever. Thanks again, and